I'm your host, Dean Kitaboski, and we are about to talk to some really interesting people.
In the post-recording.
Get ready.
Fun little fact about that.
You ready? I'm ready. Are you ready? All right, let's go.
In like 15 minutes.
Nice.
Like a year now. And it's never going to change. Okay. Claire and Joyce of CSA. Thank you for coming, y'all.
Thanks for having us.
Sunday morning. I did not expect anyone to agree to this. But how are your parents' weekends?
It was pretty good. I went home, went to go get my car, drove around a little bit, saw the parents.
Mm-hmm.
It was good.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't really spend time with my parents, but I spent a lot of time with my friends. It was at the working concessions at the football game.
Yeah. Ethan was saying the same thing yesterday.
Yeah.
He said do that all day.
Yeah.
Y'all also have the TV behind you, though, so you can see everything going on.
Mhm.
Okay. Got you. Well, okay. Right into it. So co-presidents with CSA. So, like, second or third biggest student group on campus, right? After Fort Boston or something.
Maybe.
I
Y'all's are
don't know the
huge.
specific numbers,
Yeah.
but hey, if we are,
We've been
hey
around
for
for a
us.
bit.
Yeah.
You got the credit for it now.
Yes.
But so give me a brief overview, though. So what does CSA do? Like, what's your mission and statement?
Yeah, so we're a culture club on campus, just focused on promoting Chinese and Chinese American culture, and we,
And fostering, an inclusive environment
Yeah.
for everyone.
definitely.
Okay. And how do you guys typically do that? Like, what's a day-to-day look like for CSA co-presidents?
I mean, we host a lot of different kinds of events. We have our typical, cultural events where we'll, have Chinese food and we'll, have a little slideshow about Chinese culture. We'll try to educate the community a little bit about our heritage. And then we also have a lot of, community building programs and events. So this year we started, a mentor-mentee program for freshmen and underclassmen to join. And do you want to talk about the Jiating program a little bit?
Yeah, we have this family system, and in Chinese it's called Jiatings. That's what family means. And it's basically upperclassmen are the heads of the family, and then we take in kids, which is our sophomores and freshmen, and they basically also just have events and where they just hang out and chill and get to know each other and bond. So it's also just a lot of socializing, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
At our core, we are a very social club. We don't have any professional focus some of the other business or pre-med societies. But yeah.
I love that mentor system. I know I'm in a couple of clubs that have that too. And I mean, getting to know an upperclassman is very nice, especially as a freshman.
Yeah.
I have no idea what's going on. It's nice to have someone that knows what's up. That's for sure. And we talked to, I don't know if you know Rory Redmond the other day. He's the president of FLS, Full Leadership Society. They have that program too. They're a very different club though, obviously very
Definitely.
professional focused.
Yeah.
That's all they do. But that system, they said, has worked wonders for them. So how do you pair up the people?
We have a Google form that everyone fills out where they tell us a little bit about themselves, their major, some fun facts, what they're looking for in a pairing, and then we just go based off of that.
Okay.
Try to find the best match for everyone.
Yeah.
So it's not so much choosing, it's more use the spreadsheet, figure out what we can figure out.
Yeah.
Yes,
Basically.
definitely. Yeah.
Gotcha. Did y'all have that when you were freshmen too? Or how long have you been a part of CSA, I guess?
Well, we've been a part of CSA since we were freshmen,
Okay.
but the mentor-mentee thing, it used to be a thing before we were freshmen, but then COVID happened.
Right.
And then they never really brought it back, so then we decided to bring it back this year.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's a great
Yeah.
thing. This is definitely a
Yeah.
good thing. So did you have something like that? How did you bond in the same sense that you do now without that program?
It was definitely a lot harder, but we did have our family system in place, our Jiating system, as we talked about earlier. And yeah, me and Claire were a part of board our freshman, the executive board our freshman year.
Ooh,
So
what'd you do in freshman year?
we were fresh reps, so we have
Got you.
Freshman representative.
Okay,
Freshman
freshman representatives.
Freshman
Sorry.
representative.
Yeah.
Sorry. Yeah, so we definitely got to know CSA on a much more intimate scale than a lot of the general members.
General members.
Sorry.
Sorry.
You need
So
to
used
use
to it. So
real
used to it.
terminology here, Joyce. No one knows what that means.
Sorry, my bad.
Okay. So what does a fresh rep's role look like compared to maybe the more senior e-board members versus the general members? What does that look like?
Well,
Three-parter there.
yeah, the freshman representatives, their job is basically to just like they can still put, like give their input on events and like ideas. Like we definitely welcome it. But they're more focused on just observing like how the executive board works because it's their first year on board, and they don't have like designated roles like culture chair or media chair, stuff like that. And then they also get to like shadow different roles that they're interested in, because usually like being a fresh rep is kind of like pipeline to continuing, your time with the executive board. So yeah, that's basically.
It's just like getting a general like overview of the club. As Claire mentioned before, like once you get older, you kind of know what you want to do. Like for example, Ethan wanted to do media chair, so like he just focuses on media now. So yeah, as you get like go through board, you become more specialized, I guess.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you have to be on fresh rep to be e-board later?
No.
Definitely not.
Okay.
Definitely not.
But it's definitely easier because then you're like familiar with how the executive board works, and you're more familiar with the community. Yeah.
Okay. Is it elections? Like, how do you decide who goes to e-board?
Elections.
Elections.
Yes. Voted on by the community.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. But anybody could go for election.
Anyone. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. For like stuff like president though, there are like certain requirements.
Yeah.
Like you have to have been on board for like what, like 2
I think
years or
it's
something. Like
one non-fresh rep year
yeah.
for
Okay.
president, and I don't know about the other positions, but yeah.
Okay, got you. And we'll just pull up your culture show article on the Heights here.
Oh.
We have a fancy TV in the back too,
Damn.
which we just discovered.
Oh my god, this is my
Yeah, turn that on real quick.
Oh,
this is my year.
Okay. What year was this?
2022.
Or
Okay.
I was the culture chair for this year.
Got it.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, we went to. What did we go to last year, first semester? We saw Ethan dance. He was like, "I'm dancing.
It
You
was
guys
like
have to
a
come."
sword fight.
We saw.
Oh, that was the JCBC culture show.
Okay.
The Japan
Oh.
Club's culture show. Yeah.
Got you. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But
So
that
y'all's
was
work with
really
some of the other culture clubs. You participate in the
Yeah,
clubs?
so
Okay.
this culture show is actually in collaboration with KSA, the
Okay.
Korean Student Association, but we do collabs with other clubs all the
Yeah.
time. Like,
Mm.
But culture show is our biggest event of the
Yes,
year, I'd say.
definitely.
Y'all should come out.
Y'all
Culture
should
show.
Well, we'll
come
force
out.
I came. I did come last year. That
We're
much is
forcing
true, yeah.
Ethan
Yeah.
to dance, so
We'll
y'all
force him to
should-
do something else. Something else interesting.
No, Ethan was so into it. He was like,
Yeah.
he was practicing all the time in y'all's room last year, and he was like,
Oh.
he was like, it's this day, you better be there.
That's so
We came out.
funny.
We came out.
Mm.
It was a lot of fun. How much planning goes into the culture show? Because I know that is the big event.
So
right?
much.
A
Yeah.
lot of planning.
She could speak to it because she was actually culture chair.
Yeah, so I was culture chair on the board 2 years ago when this article was written, and our planning started the spring before. So like basically
Wow.
almost a year before. There's just a lot of like logistics to work out with costumes, like recruiting people to choreograph for it, booking Rob Sham. I know there's like a long process with like working with lights, sound, like everyone, but you really get a good like hands-on experience with like making a production, I guess, which was
Right.
kind of fun. Yeah.
Right.
Gotta
Yeah.
show this girl some respect. She put her blood, sweat, and tears into that.
A lot of
tears.
Yeah,
A
a lot
lot
of
of
tears.
tears.
A lot of
A
tears.
lot of tears. And say that the pain of setting up one of those shows is crazy. We're on VIP, one of the Latin dancing.
Oh, I love you.
I bring this up every episode.
You guys dance?
We do dance. We do dance.
Wait, were you on it
Join-
last year?
We were in Showdown last year. It
Oh
was a
my
lot of fun.
gosh, really?
Lot
Oh,
of
that's actually
fun.
really cool.
Yeah.
And we interviewed Lubins after Showdown. After Showdown.
It was it was after Showdown.
Okay.
It was also after, like the year after he had done it himself.
Right. Yeah. So y'all know Lubins, Benjamin.
Mhm.
Yeah. So he did the Showdown planning. Apparently, we weren't there for that, obviously, but he planned it in 2022. And he was talking about all the stuff that you have to do for Showdown. It's a production, right?
Yeah.
So he was like, it was a $70,000 production. Like dealing with the 500 different people was
God.
crazy. And obviously that's a big example, but I can't imagine having to set one up for your own
Yeah.
club. That seems
Definitely.
like it would be incredibly difficult.
Mhm.
How hard was it to get Robsham as a event space?
I mean, the process, it's like, it's changed over the last 2 years, but when I was culture chair and I was setting this up, it wasn't too bad. It was just like fill out a form and then we'll tell you what dates we have available. But I think the hardest part was like working with Rob Sham. Like they're all very nice people. They're all very easy to work with, but it's just like a lot of detail that goes into these kinds of productions. But I do want to emphasize that, like, it's a lot of work, but, like, a lot of payoff. Like, it was me and my other culture chair, Heidi. Shout out Heidi Yoon, CSD director. We, like, were sitting behind the stage and, like, watching the show, and we were, like, in tears. We were like, we finally did it. Like, it was so rewarding.
Yeah.
And like you're a sophomore too, so it's like only your second year of college, so like
Yeah.
you're really young, like
Yeah.
you know, it's a lot of responsibility.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah, the payoff has to be crazy.
Mhm.
Payoff has to be crazy.
Yeah.
How hard is it to organize the members in the e-board to make things like this happen? Like give everyone roles, like jobs to do.
I mean, I think everyone in these kinds of culture clubs are, like, pretty passionate about the club. So when people are eager to work and, like, people are eager to, like, participate in these things, it's not too difficult to get them to put in the work,
Fair
I guess.
enough.
Yeah.
They're all working for the same payout.
Yeah,
Yeah.
totally
definitely.
see that. So what other events do you have throughout the year other than Culture Show? The big one.
The big ones. We have our annual retreat in November.
Okay.
And that's
What does that
where
consist of? That sounds fun.
we go to a little, like, cabin in the woods, like.
Okay, I'm gonna stop you there.
And we do a lot of activities. Like there's like bonding activities. Like we have like modules where we get like student speakers to talk about a certain topic that relates to like our theme of the retreat, and then we have like discussions afterwards. But then we also have like outdoor games, indoor games, like bonding activities with everyone's families,
Yeah.
stuff like that.
It's like a really good time, I think, to, like,
Yeah.
reset and reflect
Yeah.
in nature.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We also get a little campfire going, some s'mores.
Yes.
Yep.
It's always very fun. I think
Old-fashioned
it's
camp
always
out.
it's always my
Yeah.
favorite part of, like, CSA every year.
So community's key here.
Community is key.
Okay.
For
Oh
sure.
yeah. Oh yeah.
I don't
Oh,
think
yeah.
we'd
the-
do this if
yeah.
the community wasn't there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, other than like the retreat and the family relationships, what other community building activities do you always do throughout the year? Do you like host events and like mods and stuff and like different dorms and stuff?
Yeah.
Just like
Yeah.
fun stuff randomly?
Yeah. So we are doing like these things called Mod Sundays. It's
Okay.
where we like. Well, it's on Sunday. It's at a mod, and we like fire up the grill, and we like just basically just give out free food.
Every
to
Sunday?
people.
Every
Not
Sun-
every Sunday. We've been doing like every other Sunday.
Bi-weekly.
Yeah.
Yes.
But it's also gonna end soon because it's getting cold.
Yeah.
He's getting
But,
old.
yeah. But yeah, we're having one today actually. If you guys wanna.
If you guys want to pull
come
out.
out.
Sunday.
If you guys wanna come out.
If it's before 7, we'll be there.
Yeah. Yeah, so we have those, and it's also just like a lot of like unofficial events. We like just bond outside of that, like at the library. Do you know where the reserves are, or like the reading room on the third
Yeah,
floor?
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, like that's like the spot for like
For-
all the Asian clubs.
Yes.
where they like come together. Like it's not like anything official, but
Yeah.
they all like everyone just like mingles there, kind of.
Just like
yeah.
little random traditions.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's kind of the best part.
Yeah.
I love the random,
unofficial.
the not planned stuff. Is
Yeah,
always the
yeah.
fun stuff.
And then there's this like thing. I don't know if you guys have this, but we have it. We call them like one-on-ones or like
Oh, coffee dates.
yeah, stuff like that. We're like,
Yeah.
oh, do you want to
Oh,
grab a
coffee
meal? Or like, oh,
dates.
we should have a one-on-one. It's like a
Yeah.
really big thing in our community. So
Yeah,
yeah.
those were great last. We did a couple of them.
Mm-hmm.
What they would do, because we had like half the team was returning for
Mhm.
VIP, half the team was returning, half the team was like brand new.
Mhm.
So they were trying to, and we have rookie showcase at the beginning of the year, obviously, and that's just the rookies practicing together. So they were trying to like, meet each other, like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Stop being weird, meet each
Yeah.
other. And that was a great thing, although we cut that pretty quickly. So we
Oh.
also have a pretty consistent. I mean, it just didn't work out. Like people were always
Um,
busy. Like I can't do it this week. I'll do it next
Yeah, that
week.
makes
Yeah.
sense.
You know.
Definitely.
So if you also have a consistent one though, then that
Mhm.
worked great. That was a
Mhm.
great system.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I guess it's not really like an official system we
Yeah.
have, but it is just like, it's like not uncommon to just be like, hey, like, you want to grab a one-on-one?
Yeah.
If you're interesting. Like,
Yeah.
Okay.
let's go out to eat, you know?
Mhm.
Yeah.
That's probably key.
Yeah.
Getting people to do it without even like setting it up. is
Yeah.
the key there.
Definitely.
That shows a sense of community too. If
Yeah.
everyone's willing to just go up to someone they don't really know,
Mhm.
be like, I want to know you.
Yeah.
Then that's a good system.
And then there's like that tradition of where if the upperclassman is like taking out an underclassman, they like pay for their meal or they like cook for them. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
It's pretty nice. It's pretty nice. Maybe y'all should join the CSA.
Join CSA. So we had the opposite system. Whenever an upperclassman wants a meal, they're like, "Yup, you got a dining plan?"
Oh, we
And
also
then-
do
yeah.
that. We also
Yeah, we do that, but we do that. Yeah, but we make up for it. Yeah,
We do
Yeah.
make up for it. Yeah.
That's funny. No, we used to do stuff like that too. Like the what were they called? The one we had before Thanksgiving last year. Like everyone made food, brought them all
Oh.
in. What is that called?
Potluck.
That one.
Mm.
You also do potlucks much?
Yeah, we have an event coming up actually with like
BC potluck.
all the Asian clubs.
Okay.
Yeah, and it's a potluck, and basically each club just brings like a dish from their culture, and
Where is that one hosted?
2150, I think.
we have the lounge.
The lounge.
Yeah.
2150,
Okay.
the big
Probably.
lounge, so.
I was gonna say there's gonna be a lot of people there. So
Yeah.
So many
it's gonna be a big
people.
event.
Yeah.
A really big
Yeah.
event.
Definitely.
What am I asking here, Will? Oh, I have we have a little like Google thing of how many. Okay,
Oh, 9.
9. Okay.
Yes.
Can you name all of them, Miss President?
Can you name all of them?
I don't know if I can.
Oh.
you got it.
Does Asian Caucus count?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, Asian Caucus, JCBC, Korean Students Association, Philippine Society of BC, Southeast Asian Students Association, South Asian Students Association, Taiwanese Cultural Org, Chinese Students Association, and then Vietnamese Students Association.
Yeah.
Sorry. Yes. 9.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, that's impressive.
Yes. It's a lot.
That is a lot. What percent of the student population is in one of those clubs?
I
would
don't
not be able to-
know.
I'm
I
asking
would
the
not
good
know.
questions.
It's, I don't know if off the top of my head,
This
but
sounds like a case interview, right?
Yeah.
No, like low key. Yeah, I'm getting you prepped.
I mean, I think the Asian population at BC has to be around what, like 10%?
Will doesn't have all the
Let's
answers.
see,
He got some
let's
of those.
You're pulling it up.
I feel like it's like 12% now.
10 to
I feel like it's like
12%?
increasing.
I would say I think 50 to 75% of those people have affiliations with one of the culture clubs.
That's a really high
Yeah.
rate. Okay.
And
it's a
like
really high
once
adoption rate.
you're affiliated with one culture club, you're kind of affiliated with like multiple.
Yeah.
Because everyone's just like connected.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. What is your strategy to getting freshmen involved, by the way? I didn't ask about that.
Oh, we just,
no.
we just
Oh,
yell
no.
at them at Student Involvement Fair.
Student
Yeah.
Involvement
We
Fair.
offer them free food.
No shame. We're just like,
We
hey.
just yell at them. We're
Yeah.
like, join CSA.
No, it's like every time we see like an Asian person like walk by, we're like, hey, like you, like, have you heard of Chinese Students Association? Yeah,
Obviously, we're open to all of them.
yeah, no, we're open to all, but like that's just the easiest way.
Okay.
Yeah, 'cause-
Could we join
yeah.
the CS?
Oh
join
yeah,
CSA?
Yes.
of course.
We've been inviting you this entire
Yeah.
time. I don't.
I said come out to on Sunday.
You don't know. We need like a written invitation. We did not pick up on cues.
This is an official invitation for both of y'all. To
We're
come.
coming, Ethan.
Yeah.
Come here, baby. Come here, baby. Okay. So it's like not hard then to like
Oh, yeah, no,
to
it's
get
not.
freshmen to join.
Yeah. Yeah, because like also sometimes like freshmen know like a sophomore or two coming in, and then if that sophomore is in one of our clubs, then that's like an easy way to just like
Definitely.
yeah get to know them.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Is it a super involved club, or is it what you make of it?
I think it is really what you make of it. Like we
Yeah.
have Gen members who consider themselves Gen members and pull up to like 1 or 2 events for the year, and like that's all they do. And then we also have obviously like board members who like dedicate hours
Yeah.
like every
Ethan.
single week.
Yeah, Ethan.
to doing
Ethan's
CSA
the
stuff.
passionate one.
Ethan
He's-
is.
Passionate.
He's
ones. That's
passionate,
one of those-
yeah.
one of the passionate ones.
But yeah, definitely.
Okay. That is nice. I was gonna say because, I mean, if you're gonna be on a dance team or like it's an athletic team, it's involved.
Yeah.
So I guess it is
You
nice
gotta
to have
commit.
like a situation where you can come to what you think you are good to come to.
Yeah.
You know. Yeah. What are some other events? I'm like grilling you on events right now. I'm trying to get everything out. So culture show, retreat, some potlucks.
Oh, I liked this event last year. Oh, she was studying abroad, so she didn't
was.
go.
Oh,
But
where'd you go?
I went to Hong Kong.
That is a cool trip.
she's never mentioned it before.
I've never
Never.
mentioned it. I never talk about it.
No, never.
Literally did not
No.
know that. That's crazy. We had this collaboration with a Japanese club. We had a formal, And that was pretty fun.
Ooh.
Yeah, it was our first time doing it. It was at McMullen.
Okay.
It was kind of fancy. It was kind of fun. People got to dress up and come
How
out.
is McMullen as a venue? I've
Um,
never been there for that.
Low-key, I kind of liked it because there's like multiple floors, so you can like, and then we tried to make it like 1 is most chill, 2 is like a little more rowdy, 3rd is like dance floor stuff, and there's
Okay.
like a terrace that you can go out on, so that was pretty nice for like pictures and stuff. And yeah, and then there's like a little art gallery that people got to walk around too, which I thought added like a cool little, I don't know.
That is cool.
Yeah.
That is really. It makes you feel bougie as fuck.
Yeah, yeah. We had like plastic champagne glasses. Yeah, but like it was fun. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, the formals are my favorite part
Mm-hmm.
of any club. I mean, we had 1 or 2 last year.
I think BC needs more formals.
We need more formals.
We need more
You know, I need an
formals.
excuse to pull out. Well, I don't have a tux. Whatever I have in my closet.
I
Put
Yeah.
that
messing
on.
up.
Yeah. No, it's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun. Do you bring dates to that?
Some people brought dates, but like because it was our first year doing it, I feel like it was also just like very, I don't know, just like lax in terms of I don't know, it's just like people just pulled up to have fun, basically.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And that's the beauty of it.
I mean, we also like forced people to like make like posters and ask out people, like some of our
Yeah,
board
like-
members to do
Oh,
like
promposals.
yeah.
promposals.
Yeah, just to like get the
Promposal.
word out there. Yeah.
Ethan proposed to Claire.
Oh, he did. He actually did.
Did he?
Yeah.
I think I remember this.
Oh, you do? Yeah.
What did his poster say? Was it good?
it was
Or
good,
was it
yeah.
was it tacky as fuck? Do we need to grill him for this or?
No. It was funny. What are we allowed to talk about?
Yeah,
in this
don't know if we're
podcast?
allowed to.
Yeah.
Talk
I
about
don't
whatever
know.
you want.
Really?
Yeah.
You can literally say
You
anything.
can say whatever you want.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, like, cause we like smoked together a lot,
Okay.
or not a lot, but like we like smoked together a few times. And so it was just like, oh, Claire like lighted up with me at formal or something like that. And it was like weed themed. Yeah, it was funny. Yeah.
I like that. That's
I was
a good
so
one.
surprised.
That's a good one.
It was my first promposal ever.
You never
And
been proposed?
I've never been proposed to.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
I've got a poster outside waiting for you.
Oh God.
I don't smoke, but I'll blaze it up, bro. I was gonna say, you can say whatever you want on here. We'll
Okay,
just say
okay.
we don't associate with you.
Oh, perfect. That's
That's
great.
good.
Yeah. That's awesome.
If it's that bad, I didn't make her say it. She said it. Okay, so that's fun. That's fun. Who
Yeah.
proposed to you?
I was abroad.
Oh, right,
so
right. Tell me
didn't get a
about Hong
chance.
Kong. How was it?
Hong Kong.
I'm sure. Apparently you never
I
talk
have
about
so
it.
much
I
to
was-
say.
She's really, like,
Hong
never
Kong
talks about
was
it.
so amazing. So basically, my family's from China, not Hong Kong, but China, and I hadn't been back to Asia in like, or the last time I was back in Asia was when I was 9. So it's been like
Okay.
a good 12 years. It's just like a whole different world out there. Like, I don't know what it is, but the culture is obviously it's really different. But I think the number one thing that I could say was different about there and like here is the public transportation there is so much nicer. Like, I swear to God, you could like eat off the floors there. Like, it's crazy.
Wow.
It's so everyone's so quiet. Everyone kind of like minds their own business. But it was really good to get in touch with my roots a little bit more.
Right.
Yeah.
Say public transit around the world is completely different.
Yeah.
Apparently, I learned this yesterday at the tailgate. In Singapore, it's illegal to eat on the subway.
It's
So I
also
did-
illegal to chew gum
Yes.
on the streets.
And apparently bringing like any kind of drugs, including vapes, into the country, like even if you're coming to visit, will get you years in prison.
Yes. They do
Yes.
not take that.
They don't do
lightly.
drugs at all there?
No.
None.
No.
Nothing.
Absolutely not.
Oh my
No,
gosh.
it's insane actually.
I
to
think some
think.
guy like literally got the death penalty because he had too much weed on him in
I heard
Singapore.
about that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So he's
give me a
dead
news
now?
article here.
I don't know if he's dead now, but he got the
You
death
should follow up with
penalty.
that.
You
I
should,
kinda
you
wanna
should get us an
know.
answer on that.
Because I really like weed,
Wow.
but I really want to go to Singapore.
Okay. Laws in
Wow.
Singapore permit the death penalty for people convicted of trafficking more than 15 grams of heroin, 30 grams of cocaine, 250 grams of meth, or 500
Who's
grams
That's
of
carrying
cocaine.
around 500 grams
500.
of
Okay,
How much is
cannabis.
500 is kind of
500
that's kind of
grams?
OD.
That's
That's a
half a
lot.
kilogram.
How many pounds
That's
is
like
500?
That's a lot.
16 ounces in a pound? Give me something. That's what, 30 pounds of weed?
Grams, not ounces.
Oh. Okay, what is that then?
Grams.
That's still probably a lot, but.
Oh,
Wow,
It's
what?
like 1.1 pounds.
That's nothing.
I feel like that's a lot of
I
weed.
mean, it's a
a
lot.
lot
It's a
of
lot of
weed.
weed,
It's a lot
but
of
like
weed.
it's like.
Yeah.
Oh wait, we forgot to switch the camera. Go to double tap display capture. Go to display Samsung. Boom.
There we
Now we
go.
have the screen. Now people
Alright.
can see what the fuck I'm laughing at. Wow. Death penalty. Don't go to Singapore.
No, I don't think I want to go anywhere.
I mean, you
Singapore.
should go to Singapore. Singapore's cool, but
So,
don't
like,
do drugs.
Don't
there.
do drugs in
if
Singapore.
I like forget that I have like a bag of like edibles or something, and
You could get in trouble.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Wow.
No, you get the death penalty. Yeah.
Yeah,
I
apparently.
mean, I don't think she has a pound of edibles, but
I mean, if you do, just let me know. That's crazy. Yeah, and like you can't eat on subways, like I said, which is a ridiculous rule.
Yes.
Like, actually, you can get arrested for that, which is crazy.
The irony of that is that the drinking age is 18 in Singapore.
yes.
I think the drinking age is like a lot younger than here, like in a lot of places, isn't it?
Everywhere.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah. It's 18 in almost all of Europe, other than like Greece, it's 16, and one other country, 16.
Yeah.
Which is crazy.
Yeah.
weird laws here, but you know, whatever, is what it is.
Yeah, I don't know. It was kind of weird though, cause like sometimes I would go out to like these clubs in Hong Kong, and like people go out underage here, like so they're like 18 going to like 21 plus establishments, but like in Hong Kong it's like
No, we don't.
they're
do
like
that.
14 at like at a club, and I'm like, oh my god, like
Oh.
go home, go back to middle school.
Joyce,
Like,
you're gonna catch a case, bro.
okay,
Be
I'm
careful,
not
bro.
saying
Be
I
careful,
cooked
bro.
with anyone at the
Be
clubs.
careful,
I didn't
bro.
cook with
Yikes.
anyone, but it was like sometimes I would meet like this group of girls, and they'd be like, oh, like we're 15, and I'm like,
That's crazy.
what?
That's crazy.
It's
What is it?
crazy.
It's 18 there. What is the?
It's 18.
18
yes.
I can't imagine that.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, I've never consumed alcohol in my life because I'm not 21.
Yeah, of
so
course.
yeah,
Yeah.
I've never done
Upstanding
it.
citizen.
So I don't know what that's like, but
Yeah.
that is crazy. What else? What was Hong Kong like though? What else went on there?
I don't know. I feel like there's not.
You just clubbed for 3 months. Like that's Joyce.
Basically.
Honestly, yeah.
Basically.
Like, okay, abroad is not school. I will advocate for that. Abroad, like, sorry, BC, but like, I did not really do school as there. Like, I think I went to class like 7 times total in the semester, and that was to take exams.
Oh my god, bro. Maybe I do want to go abroad.
Yeah, but like, while I wasn't clubbing in Hong Kong, I was like traveling all around Asia, so that was really, really fun.
Where else did you get to visit?
I got to go to Korea, Japan, Taiwan, and Bali.
You have to elaborate on Japan. I've always wanted to go to Japan.
Oh my god, Japan. Wait, literally, she's heard this like so many
What?
times from me. Just because, like, when I got back from abroad, like, I would not shut the fuck up about abroad.
I
Like,
mean, I hope not.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, there's a reason why, you know, people say
I mean,
it's,
yeah,
like,
but then
changing,
why do you
yeah.
like shame me about it?
It's a
Like,
joke.
It's just like it's.
Is
not-
it Claire? Is it a joke, Claire?
Maybe
It doesn't
I'm just
sound
jealous.
like a joke,
I
Claire.
don't know.
You do sound
I'm
jealous, Claire.
I am jealous.
Japan is really cool. I went there for 2 weeks during the semester.
Oh, awesome.
So for a while. Yeah, Osaka has a lot of good food. Kyoto was very good for the nature, and then Tokyo was good for like the city vibes, going
Okay.
out. Like the bars in Tokyo are very like small. So like they only seat like 8 people, but
Really?
the beauty of that is that you get to know like the bar owners super well. Like they just like talk to you, and like
There must be hundreds of bars in the same place.
so
then.
many
Yeah.
bars, yeah.
Okay.
Isn't the fashion there very like eccentric? Like down this like one street, don't people like dress up, like really like?
Yeah, there's this one.
extravagantly?
There's this one like district. I think it's like kind of considered the red light district, and people
Oh.
like dress up like very, like in cosplay.
Looks like
almost.
Fashion Week all the time.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's crazy there. But yeah, Japan is cool. I like literally want to live there now. Like it's so nice. Like the food is so good. The 7-Elevens there are also like so much better than
The
here.
7-Elevens.
The
Okay.
7-Elevens.
So everything's better.
Yeah,
Basically.
everything's better. Basically, yeah.
Okay. What was your favorite part of the trip?
Wait, I'm gonna sound like such a loser, but I love the bullet trains there. Like seeing the views along the bullet trains was just like amazing, and
The tea could never.
the tea could never. I'm sorry, the green line
The
sucks.
slow ass tea. Oh my god.
Dude, I know. We had a whole fucking episode with Timmy.
Yeah.
All we did was talk about trains and public transit for an hour. And Jesus Christ.
Essentially, we shit on the American public transit system
Oh,
for an
God,
hour
it's so
straight.
bad.
It's so bad.
It's
Yeah.
50 years outdated. Like, that was the whole point. That was a cool conversation. He talked about how like the transit system shaped the formation of towns and cities around America. So you used to have like the epicenters like New York, Boston, Philly, that was it. But then the creation of like a public transit line like the T, as much as it sucks, would like allow people to like get off at different stops closer to home, and mini cities would form around those stops, those epicenters, which was a cool little conversation, and also emphasized how we did this fucking 40 years ago, and we haven't changed anything since.
No, literally. Did you know that the roads in Boston were actually carved out by cow paths? So
Really?
it was, they just like the settlers
Really?
like they just like let their cows wander, and then they eventually like formed the roads, and that's why the roads in Boston are so like
Shitty.
windy.
Oh, okay, yeah, that too.
No, I was gonna say
no,
that.
shitty words.
You know that one intersection, when like you turn right and you like then like that's where like Cafe Landwehr is and like all that stuff, and then you go straight and that's like towards Alston, and
Yeah,
then you go
yeah,
left.
yeah.
Like you know that intersection? That intersection is so bad.
Oh, yeah.
Like it's so confusing to navigate. There's like also no like no paint on the road, so like you don't like it can't direct you. You know what I mean?
You know the
Like,
one near
it's so
Cleveland
hard.
Circle?
I think that's
You
the
know,
one I'm talking
is that the
about.
one?
Yeah.
That is
Yeah.
what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cleveland
That's
Circle
what I
one
figured.
sucks.
No,
It's
it's so
horrendous.
bad.
It's
Yeah.
just
It's
bad.
really bad.
Yeah.
It's
But-
bad.
Oh, God.
Boston
better,
buses
Boston.
never crashed there. Boston buses never crashed there though, so they must be
Yeah.
okay. You know what I mean?
The
Not
drivers.
yet.
college buses.
Not yet.
Yeah.
Not yet.
Not yet.
I actually got into like little car accident like near that intersection
Really?
with Warren. Remember?
Oh,
yeah.
right.
I was like in an Uber with my friend. We were gonna go eat, and then like because the roads are just so shitty there and so confusing, like a car just like ran into our Uber.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sounds about right.
Yeah, me too.
I mean, one of our buddies just got into an Uber car accident too.
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
God.
Wow.
I'm not gonna say who,
Yeah.
but I'm not gonna say who. But like he got they got T-boned, I think, and he said he woke up in the hospital.
Oh
was-
my
Oh,
God.
that's. ooh.
You
That's
saw him more
scary.
recently. I haven't seen him since, but he
Yeah.
said, "What'd you say about what happened? What did he look like?"
He couldn't really move. He
Yeah.
could walk, but that was just about it.
Yeah, he'll be fine. He'll be fine.
Oh, I hope.
Hopefully,
I hope
he'll be
so.
fine.
Oh God.
Anyways.
But yeah. So
All the best to him.
all the best.
Prayers.
Yeah, U.S. is a little behind on the infrastructure situation.
Yeah.
It's ironic. We just passed a $2 trillion infrastructure deal.
Yeah.
So
Oh,
we'll
did
see.
we?
We'll see. Well, like 2 years ago now.
Oh.
So we'll see if anything actually happens.
Yeah.
But we'll see about that.
Honestly,
But-
though, I think it's just like part of it is the land mass here. Like we have so much space. Like in Hong Kong, I would like walk across the city, and it wouldn't take me that long to like walk.
like from one place, from across the city.
I don't know, like everything was just like closer to, sorry, I'm like not explaining this well, but everything is just closer together. It is actually an issue in Hong Kong right now. Like they're just like running out of space. There's like, it's way too densely populated.
Population. Yeah, the population.
But like, I feel like in America we just have so much space and greenery, which honestly I like. It's a good thing.
It's nice.
Yeah, it's
there.
nice.
There is problems with the way it's set up though, because like for example, California is a desert with 55 million people living there. Like there's no reason for that many people to be in California. On the other hand, though, Idaho's empty. You know, like
Yeah.
distribution will eventually happen, but we do have just too much land.
Like, what's
We
going
have
on
a
in
lot of
Idaho though?
land.
Literally nothing. That's why. No one's
They
moving
have
there.
potatoes.
They
All
do have
right.
potatoes. That much is true. You can buy like a mega mansion for the price of a 1 bedroom in California in Idaho. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yes.
And I had a hour-long conversation with Chuk Woody, the guy that works in the camera department we were on cameras from. He lived in Australia for 7 or 8 years, something like that. And he was saying 90% of the population lives in 10% of the land. So they have, and there's nothing wrong with the rest of the land. It's just not populated. So
Yeah.
they have 30 million people living there or something like that, and they're all right here. You've got, like, picture this table is Australia. They all live right here. So you've got all of that left for just population, you know, so they can fit 300 million people on that continent.
crazy.
So there's a lot of, it's funny, the distribution in different countries. Like, you've got so much space here, and then, like, in Hong Kong, like you said, like, there's not enough room, you know. Same with like New York. Like, why do
Yeah.
that many people live in New York City? You
Oh
know?
God. Yeah.
Yeah. No, I live outside New York. It's a nightmare.
Oh, so you're from New York State?
No, I'm from Fairfield County, so we're like probably half an hour from the city.
So Connecticut?
From Connecticut, yeah. From Connecticut.
Okay.
So it's a weird place to live. It's a lot of commuters. So it's fun though. But yeah, no, it's really weird how some states have developed so differently.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah. I wanted to ask, you said you haven't been there since you were 9, but how has it changed Hong Kong recently?
I've never sorry, excuse me. I've never been to Hong Kong. And I wasn't even able to go to China this semester just because of like visa issues. But I think like my dad lives there now, so
Gotcha.
he
in Hong Kong or China?
He lives in China.
He's in
Sorry.
China. Okay.
It's like very developed. Like their rate of development, like urban development, has been like so fast. Meanwhile, like America still looks the same as it did like 10 years ago. But yeah, there's obviously still some issues with China. Like I think the way that they handle like environmental issues is very problematic.
Oh yeah.
The whole spying stuff, but I think apparently it looks a lot different.
At least it looks nice.
It looks very nice. That much is very true.
The government's a little problematic though. But
Yes, maybe a little bit. Yeah. The environmental thing's a great point though. I took a class in global implications of climate change last year, and we focused on like China for a long time because it's such like they emit the most, a little bit more than the U.S., but the most emissions,
Definitely,
and there's no effort to stop that, which was interesting, and I mean it was weird to see how, frankly, the U.S. actually hasn't done much more to stop climate change than China has, despite all the initiatives. You know, like it's such a pressing issue, but it is what it is.
Yeah.
But yeah. So you said you've never been to Hong Kong. First time there. Okay.
First time in Hong Kong.
Got you. Your dad lives there though. Where does he live?
My dad lives in China, so he lives in Shanghai.
In Shanghai.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. So he came over to visit quite a lot, but I was never able to go visit him, which was kind of sad. But it's good.
Oh, visa issues.
Yeah.
Okay. What do you need to? What kind of visa do you need to get in there? Just tourist visa?
I think the restrictions have changed since COVID, but I think you needed like a 10-year visa, and then like the application process for a new one, like literally would have taken like my entire time abroad. So I was like, okay, there's like literally no point in even trying. But there is like a port that you can get to in China. Like me and my friends tried going from Hong Kong to China. There's like one city where you can get like a 5-day. Sorry.
You're good. So good.
A 5-day tourist visa. So we got to the border and we were like trying to get this visa, and we see the sign and it's like listing out different countries and like how much a visa would cost if you were a citizen of this country. Tell me why every single other country was like $20, like $30, and then I get to like
The
America
United States.
and it's like $200, and I was like, oh my god, like. So we got all the way to the border and we were like, let's go home. Let's just go home. Like it's fine. Like not worth it.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was my attempt to get into China. Yeah. My one attempt.
Solid.
Yeah.
How is Hong Kong though? Like the infrastructure wise, other than the trains. We're done talking about trains. Boys.
I could go on and on about the trains though.
The bullet trains.
The buildings are very like high, very skinny and high. It kind of, yeah. It reminds me a lot of Actually, no, it doesn't. I was gonna say it reminds me a lot of New York, but not really. I think everything is a lot more compressed than New York.
Wow, even more than New York?
Yeah. I mean, it's like a tiny island, so yeah. A lot of like older buildings, I think. I don't know. I don't have a lot to say about the infrastructure of it, other than like it's just like a densely packed city.
Right.
Like, I don't know if you've heard of like the coffin homes that they have here or there.
No, what is that?
So basically, like, they call them coffin homes because they're like the size of coffins, but they're literally like some apartments that are literally the size of like a parking space.
Can you get a picture of this? Oh, you already have it.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
And like,
okay.
it's
yeah.
just
So what is that? Like 30 square feet?
living conditions for some people there. Yeah, like.
And this is really common.
It's pretty common.
Okay.
Just because the housing prices in Hong Kong are insane.
That's crazy.
That is crazy.
Damn.
Wow.
Yeah.
And this makes New York apartments look huge.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah. I actually took a
Wow.
class on like the real estate in Hong Kong over
tell me about
that
that.
semester,
Definitely.
and apparently like the housing situation there is so bad because the like government has just completely pulled out of it, so it's completely privatized. There's no like public housing at all.
Really?
So like the prices are just like so bad there.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, damn.
Yeah.
Damn. No comment. That's crazy.
No.
That's
Sorry.
crazy.
Sorry to be a downer.
worries.
No, that's
Hong
great.
Kong
That's
is
really
cool,
interesting. I didn't
though.
know that. Hong
Kong
Kong
is sick.
rocks.
Wait, Hong Kong
That
is
concludes
sick.
the podcast.
Okay, well.
Yeah.
Thanks for coming on.
No, that is cool though. That is really cool. I will
Yeah.
say. So that was in. What is Hong Kong's main? It's just the city of Hong Kong. Is that what it is? They have a main city.
I actually don't really know. It's like a special administrative region, so they're technically a part of China, but not. They have like.
okay. Yeah.
It's a little bit.
Stuff's going on.
Stuff's going on.
How has stuff changed since? I guess China kind of took over Hong Kong recently, right?
In '97, I think.
Okay, officially
yeah.
in '97.
Yeah,
Okay, got
officially
it,
in
got it,
'97. They were under British rule before that.
Right.
So it's a very, or I can speak to this. Like Hong Kong is a very interesting mix of like Western and Eastern cultures, I guess.
Okay.
Like for example, some of the cuisines. Like I didn't really know what Hong Kong cuisine was until I went to Hong Kong, but it's very how do I put this? There's a lot of like French toast there, which is
What?
so
like
weird.
Fusion.
Like a lot, like very fusion. There's a lot of
Okay.
like French toast, but they also have like obviously like wonton soup, and like it's just so weird to see like those things together like on a menu.
Yeah, like
Right.
we went to this Hong Kong restaurant in New York, and it was like they had like baked fried rice, which is like basically fried rice, but then with like cheese on it.
Okay.
So it's
Yeah.
like, and like usually like Chinese food doesn't really have like cheese in it, so it's
So a lot of
Yeah.
fusion.
Yeah.
A lot of fusion.
Yes.
I remember. So it was a couple years ago that, because I do remember learning about this. So Hong Kong's under British rule, and they had the 50-year rule, or was it 100-year rule? I don't remember. There was some rule that they made with China. They were like, we're gonna pull out now, and it's under Chinese rule, but for the next 50 or
I think it
100
is
years,
50 years.
for the next 50 years, you have to just let it be.
Yeah.
Like let it be its own place. But China was like, a couple years ago, we want it now.
Yeah.
so they took it.
Yeah.
How is it? Has anyone talked about how it changed since then? Like when you were abroad there, was anyone talking about that?
Yeah, honestly, this is kind of depressing, but I also took another class on like the culture of Hong Kong, and it talked a lot about how in past years like people have given up hope in Hong Kong, and they've been like leaving. More people have been leaving than like migrating there, just because not no one, but like most of the people there don't want to be under Chinese rule. Like they enjoy a lot of the civil liberties that came like under the British rule, and they think that they've developed their own like hybrid culture. So a lot of people have been leaving, honestly. So that's like the biggest change, I think, especially since COVID. Like people have been migrating out of Hong Kong just because of, like the housing issues, and then like this like the Chinese government kind of like intruding on everything. There have been a lot of protests there too in the
Right.
past years. Like the school that I actually studied at, CUHK, like we're pretty famous for the protests that happened like a couple years ago.
Right.
And like it's interesting because you can't really talk about it too freely there either.
Okay.
They don't have like the same like freedom of speech that we have here. So I had to like interview I had to interview my roommate for a class, and I had to interview her about like what she felt about the protest, and she was like, "You're gonna make this anonymous, right?" And I was like, "It's just an assignment, but yeah, no, I will." It's like, yeah, I think that's the biggest change though. Like people have just kind of losing hope,
Right.
but sorry.
No, that's exactly what I was hoping
Yeah.
to hear. Honestly, I wanted to hear more about it from someone that lived there.
Mhm.
Because I saw stuff all over the news for years, or
Yeah.
probably a year after it officially happened in 2019 or whatever it was then. And you don't hear much about it anymore, which I think is probably just media lost interest, frankly, because I'm sure there's
Yeah.
still stuff going on there, but you just don't hear about it much. So But that's people leaving sounds about right due to the housing thing you were talking
Yeah,
about.
yeah,
I don't know if I'd want to live in a
definitely.
coffin, to be fair.
Yeah.
So, did you hear anything about their response to COVID? How did Hong Kong handle
Oh
it?
yeah, so the first month I was there, we still had to wear masks, and people were so mad about it because Hong Kong was like literally the last country to have the masks enforced. But yeah, they lifted it and it was good. But I don't really know too much in depth about Hong Kong's like immediate response to the pandemic. I just know that they took it like very seriously.
Right.
Yeah,
Sounds about right.
Yeah.
You have that many people in such a tiny space.
definitely.
Kind of has to be your approach. Yeah.
Definitely, yeah.
Okay. Moving on to y'all's though. Other than CSA, what are you guys involved with on campus?
I mean,
Okay, that's it.
so as of now, I think that's it. But I think freshman year when I came in, I was involved with the Prison Arts Org.
What is it?
Prison Arts Organization.
What is
It's
that?
like I don't know if it's still running. I was like very like loosely involved, but I thought it was an interesting concept. So basically they go to like women's prisons around in the area and they do like arts workshops there.
Okay.
And they also host a lot of like education programs on campus about like prison reform.
There are so many things on this campus I just did not know about. There
Mhm.
there are must
So
be
many
no matter how many podcasts we do,
Yeah.
there's gonna be 100 things we don't know about. on this
Definitely.
campus.
Yeah.
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 I am not really involved with anything else. I think CSA really takes up a lot of my time.
I'm
Takes up a lot of
sure.
our time.
I'm sure.
Yeah.
It's a pretty big commitment, so I haven't really had much of an opportunity to
Yeah.
branch out, but
Yeah.
yeah.
But it's
like-
definitely been worth it,
Yeah,
I think.
yeah.
I think like I didn't really have an interest in getting involved with like other things just because I feel like we both feel so
Yeah.
passionately about this community.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, when you have a community like that big, that strong,
Mhm.
you know,
Yeah.
what's the point doing anything else? Honestly,
Yeah.
I get that.
Mhm.
Are y'all's in MCAS, CSOM, Lynch?
I'm in CSOM.
CSOM.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm in MCAS.
Yes.
Gotcha. What are y'all's majoring in?
I'm marketing and business analytics.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and minoring in computer science.
Hey, comp sci.
Oh, you major?
Yeah, I'm a finance and computer science double major.
Oh.
Ooh.
So
Wow.
one
God.
coloring book and one tough thing. Yeah.
Finance is hard, guys. I took
It's
finance.
not as easy as it
It's
seems.
not as easy as
I'm
it
allowed to
seems.
say that. I'm also finance.
Oh, okay.
I'm allowed to say that.
Yeah. I'm an econ major. I'm minoring in accounting for finance and consulting.
Oh, I got you.
Yeah, but
What is-
honestly, I feel like Joyce is more of a CSOM girly than I am.
I mean, econ
Yeah.
and a CSOM minor.
What defines a CSOM girly?
I don't
you
know.
think?
I don't know, just your vibe.
It's my vibe.
You just
Yeah.
give it off, man. Honestly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. What is what is it? Accounting for finance and consulting. What does that
Yeah.
consist of?
It's basically an accounting minor, but you're not on the CPA track. So it's less like pure accounting and more of like analyzing the financial statements and like kind of, yeah. I took a lot of classes on like I took finance, obviously, and then I took managerial cost and analysis, which was a lot more like case-based.
Okay.
So, yeah, less like pure accounting.
You guys are both trying to go into finance, consulting, something like
Not
that?
me.
I am working in New York next year.
That was so vague.
Yes. In finance, yeah.
Okay,
Yes.
okay.
Sorry.
What are you thinking, Joyce? What do you think?
Oh, you just called her
Oh,
Joyce.
Claire's the one with the red
Red
hair.
Claire red
Claire
hair.
hair. It's 'cause
We
we're
went over
Asian.
this.
It's 'cause we're
but-
Asian?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that must
We
be
look
it.
alike.
That must be it. My bad.
We
I'm
look
sorry.
alike. We look like
We definitely
sisters.
What are you planning, Claire?
Just like marketing. Yeah. Maybe stuff with marketing analytics, maybe. Yeah.
Okay. In New York too?
Yeah. Hopefully.
Okay.
That's my goal.
hat.
Yeah. Oh, the hat.
The
That's
hat.
New York. She's a Yankees
Yeah.
fan.
She is a
no
Yankees
one's
fan.
talked to her.
I just don't follow sports at all. This means nothing. I just think
That's
it's
so
cute.
fair.
I just think it's
It's
cute.
a cool ad. It's a cool ad. I'll give you that. Okay. Well, we're almost out of time here. Are there any last things about CSA we should talk about? Anything coming up? Anything you want members to hear if they were to listen to this? New incoming people? What do we think? The stage is yours.
What
So
can I
don't fuck it
say?
up. Don't fuck it up, y'alls. Do not. No, look at me. Do not mess it up.
This is a lot of pressure.
Give them the camera now.
This is a lot of pressure now.
Well, if you see one of like the executive board members walking around or like hanging out, don't be afraid to, come up and say hi.
Yes.
We're all very inviting, and
We're all very friendly.
also like if we've met before and I don't say hi, it's probably because I don't remember you. Because we meet a lot of people, we talk to a lot of people, so sometimes it's hard to like keep track. So don't let that deter you from like
Definitely.
coming up to us.
Yeah. I mean, I have a little bit of an RBF, but like, please feel free to talk to me. Please feel free to say hi. Like, I don't know.
They want to talk to you. They just don't look like they want to talk.
Yeah.
No,
But I promise.
We just want to be welcoming
Yeah.
faces in not just the Asian community, but all of BC.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes.
So did we live up to the hype?
Oh, the Ethan
Yeah.
hype?
Yeah.
Ethan hype.
Ethan hyped us up.
Yeah, I'd say yeah, I'd say so.
What if he's just like, nah?
Yeah.
He was just like, no.
Nah, I don't fuck
Get
with
them
you.
get them out of this room, bro. Get them out. Well, thank y'all for coming on. Thank you for creating this community on campus as well. And thank you for sharing it with us.
I think
And
community is the word for this podcast.
Yeah.
Community
Word
is
of the
the word.
podcast.
Word of the podcast.
Word of the podcast.
Yes.
Community. All right, thank y'all so much for coming. Send them out.
Thanks.
And thank you to all of our listeners. Come back next time.
Oh.